Hello, people. It's your boss man back again with another Brothers United podcast with my brother, of course, Was. How you doing, Was?
I'm alright. Thank you.
Okay, good to hear.
Good,
Good
I'm
to hear.
good.
That's good to hear. Quite a bit to talk about. Obviously, there's been a few revelations in terms of transfers. Obviously, we'll go through with them shortly. If you're new here, as always, feel free to drop a like and subscribe. I don't know if I'll ever get to 300 subscribers in this lifetime, but we'll try our best nevertheless. Okay, so we're going to start with a bit of a slight political topic. Obviously, Jadon Sancho was the star performer in their in fact, no, it was 6-1, wasn't it? Sorry. 6-1 win
Yes.
against Paderborn. I believe it was 0-0 at halftime. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was.
I think it was 0-0 at halftime. I actually watched
Was
the
it?
last 35 minutes. I think you put on the chat is 1-1. No, you put 2-0 Sancho scored. That's when I turned it on. When Sancho got his first goal, which obviously Brandt played across the box. More so, we'll talk briefly about the celebration, of course, political standpoint. Do you think, first and foremost, before we go into the Man United stuff, what are your thoughts on athletes being political? Because that's not something you really associate with Man United players. We don't really seem to see that a lot from our players. But obviously, Jadon Sancho, branding George, rest in peace, George Floyd. Obviously, all Black Lives Matter sort of shirt. What are your thoughts on that? Does that have a place in sport, or do you think it's just out of place?
It depends how it's done. In this case, I agree with it because obviously the whole world watching. There's no other football, is there? So he's got a big audience, and yeah, I don't know. I didn't mind. I liked it. I think just because of that, I would sign him. I don't know. He's got a bit of a heart, and I like that. I don't mind. Obviously, it's a big cause as well. Like I said, rest in peace, George Floyd and his family as well. Condolences to the family and all that. But I mean, it's a big situation in America, and I didn't see anything wrong with it. I agree with it. I liked the fact.
What were your thoughts on the referee giving him a yellow card for that?
Yeah, but he's at first when I first heard it, why is he giving me a yellow card? But then I thought, if you take your shirt off, you get a yellow card. But then I don't understand it because there's no fans in the stadium. It's a bit harsh. He's not obviously giving them. He's not giving them a card because it's the message on it. He's giving a card because he's taking his shirt off. But the best thing about it, he got respect from the other, say, black players.
Yeah,
like that. I actually liked it.
I don't think he should have got yellow. I don't think he should have got yellow card. For me personally, I understand why he got yellow card. Of course I do. He took his shirt off, therefore it's yellow card. But I just think because of the message that he sent out and what it stands for, I just think that as a referee, as a human being, he should have know what, I'm not going to book you for that because I don't need to. And I don't think any player would have argued with that. And I just think
again the law as well in a way.
Yeah, but I just don't think it was necessary for him to do that. Do you know what I mean? There's so many things that people are doing in the world right now that potentially you can get prosecuted for, but because they're doing it with the right intentions, people are like, know what? I can understand why you're doing that. I'm not, obviously, I don't want to go too political, but obviously, the writing and that kind of stuff, again, obviously, I don't condone that, but at the same time, I can understand why people are doing that because they're angry. And if someone was to say to me they should be convicted for that, I would say, no, I wouldn't convict them personally because I know why they're doing it. Because obviously, the bigger message. But obviously, let's stay away from that. Let's talk about Sancho and his hat-trick itself. What were your thoughts on his performance anyways? Because this was his first proper game. I know he's had a couple of bit part games here and there, but it's quite clear he's not fully fit. Obviously, he got the fresh trim finally, bagged the hat trick. What were your thoughts? Do you think that's put more money on his price tag? Or
yeah, I mean, a lot of people were gunning him for the first two appearances. He came onto the sub, but his obviously his fitness is clearly not there. He's grown into the game. Even with the hat trick, I don't think he was looking his best. I'm not going to claim to see. I've seen a lot of him in the past.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen, he's a lot better than this. Obviously, he's slowly getting his match sharpness. You can see from the third goal. He's still got that touch and that kind of cleverness.
Yeah.
He's just a bit. You can tell. He's got a few more gears in him to go up. But yeah, there's no doubt you have to sign him. Not just from that performance, but what kind of player he is. Man United need him, and definitely a perfect right winger for United. There's no doubt about it.
But
Yeah,
what you thought? Because I agree with a lot of what you're saying. However, there is that sort of argument that Mkhitaryan was throwing up similar numbers. Because obviously a lot of people are saying, "Oh, look at Jadon Sancho's stats. I believe he's got 15 goals and 15 assists, something along those lines." I think that's correct. Obviously, Mkhitaryan has something similar. Obviously, we know how that
yeah.
panned out for us. So, what would you say to people that who are on that side, who are saying this could potentially be another Mkhitaryan 2.0?
He's a lot younger for starters. He's done it on the international stage. You've seen him play for England.
Yeah.
He's probably even better for England. I have no doubt with Sancho. He's a lot quicker. He's got more skill. He's cleverer. Mkhitaryan was an amazing player.
Was quality, to be fair.
But I think he was almost coming to not the end of his career, but maybe might have gone past the peak. I don't know. He's a bit.
I thought Mkhitaryan had the first good season for that. I think people forget.
I don't think he got used properly. Mourinho didn't use him properly to his potential.
He definitely didn't utilize him.
I liked him. I didn't mind him. I like that kind of player.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sancho is the real deal. I know the German league is not Paderborn, man. You saw their defense.
Defense is poor, man.
If that's Premier League, he won't get a hat trick. Even against Brighton, they're a lot tougher. They're more organized. There's something more about them. Paderborn were really, really poor. In any other game, the Premier League, you'll get one goal. Probably.
Yeah. Well, no, there is a potential you can still get a hat trick. Look at Man City. Sterling gets hat tricks and stuff. But also, you've got to remember he is English first and foremost, so he's well aware of he's played in England since he was 17, so he's well aware of he's going to have to change some parts of his game. But yeah, regarding the Mkhitaryan thing, I think to be fair, obviously we signed him at his peak, really. To be honest, obviously he was the main assist. I think he was the most assists in the Bundesliga where we signed him at the time. And to be fair, I thought Jose did use him wrong. Although he did have a first good season for us, he was just second, and obviously he went downhill after that. But yeah, let's move on from Jadon Sancho. I do agree. I think it's a necessity signing. A huge respect for him for revealing what he had underneath his shirt. I respect that massively. You've got to pay homage to something that's bigger than yourself, so to speak, in sports. Sometimes, you see it so many times in the NFL that they kneel for the player. They kneel in honor of Black Lives Matter, that kind of thing. So I think that's important because they have, like you said, they have a lot of viewers, and it does send the right message at the end of the day. But that aside, let's talk about another sort of potential signing, or should we say a signing that has been official. Aguero officially signs for Manchester United on loan, or extends his loan, should we say. I did say this about maybe a week or 10 days ago, and I gave all the reasons why it's going to happen, basically. So you could say I'm in the know, but that aside, first and foremost, just to obviously explain what the situation is, he's not until the end of the season. It's actually until January next season, which is 2021, of course. So what are your thoughts on that, was? Because it's a bit random, because I initially thought they let us keep him till the end of the season, but obviously it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, it is a bit till January. It's a bit strange, unless there's another deal in the pipeline that we obviously don't know about. Because there could be United could be interested in another striker who can't come until January, maybe. So
possibly that would make too much sense, though, wouldn't it? If that was us, I don't think we've got that much knowledge.
You don't sign players till January. I know it's a loan deal, but it's a bit suspect.
Yeah, but do we work with that much sense, Bas, though? Can you actually trust our board and think, no, what? That's such a logical thing to do? We haven't seen us, plan and efficiently, so to speak.
Yeah, but I think our club's turned a corner basically when it comes to transfers, maybe. But I don't know as well, because they're a bit funny with transfers as well. So we'll see in it. But he's a good player. I like you heard in the last podcast, but yeah. I like him a lot. I like Aguero for what he stands for and the kind of player he's in the dressing room and the role model and all that business to Greenwood and people like that. I'm happy, but it is a bit weird that it's January. But there must be some other deal that someone's going to come in that time, because if imagine he's doing well, like as a sub, a bench player, whatever, squad player, and then when he gets to January, we're not going to renew it, or Shenhua want him back, then we're kind of left with a void, innit? You have to. There must be, unless they're thinking maybe Greenwood can take the mantle. Then maybe it's possible. Greenwood had a good breakthrough season, so. I don't know. I'm happy. It is weird, but I'm happy.
I don't like the fact that we're going to lose a player in January because then we're going to be in the exact same situation we were this January
There's an
where we were
injury,
back.
isn't it? If
But
there's an
it's not,
injury,
yeah, but it's not even the fact that there's an injury, but we're going to be in the exact same situation. We need a striker desperately again in January because the goal is going to leave. And we saw how that panned out. We waited until the last day off the window, basically. So it was an absolute shambles. For me personally, I think it's optimistic to think that we've got a plan in place saying that okay, we'll keep Agallo until January, and then we're gonna start. We've already got another backup plan in January that we're gonna sign because they can't come in January, whatever. I just think that's too ambitious in terms of way our board have been structured in terms of transfers. I just don't think we're that organised to be quite enough to do. First and foremost, just before I say too much, what are your thoughts on people who are saying, this is stupid? Because a lot of people are saying that why have you not gone for Timo Werner? Why would you buy the likes of extend Agala's loan? Okay, fair enough until the end of the season, for the remainder of the 9 games, but why until January? Where we could have just went and got Timo Werner and shown ambition of a big club, because like a big club wouldn't be getting an Agala, they'll be getting a Werner, they'll be trying to get the best player out there, so to speak.
I thought they were for Timo Werner as well. So, but it depends on Liverpool, isn't it? Liverpool are trying to play hardball. I think they're trying to get a cheaper price. They do want him. They're just playing at the moment with that. The fact that they don't pay, what was it, more than 30 or 40 million or something like that?
That's crazy cheap.
They got release codes of 50 or something.
I'm not sure, it must do, because
49 million.
That's ridiculously cheap for him.
United should just go in, offer the 49 million. If he comes, he comes.
Yeah, but he has. I'm sure. I think he's going to go to Liverpool. To be quite frank, honest with you guys, I just don't see. He said openly that he wants to go to Liverpool on numerous occasions, and for me personally, like, I know obviously if he goes to Liverpool, that's strengthening them massively, and it's not what we want. But for me personally, I don't know. I just don't see where we'd play him. Like, a lot of people are saying play him on the right wing. He can help Martial, but
Martial's spot.
Yeah, but why would Timo Werner come to Man United and potentially be fighting for a spot with Martial when he can go to Liverpool, who are currently winning the league, and fight for a place there? Why would he not just go to Liverpool instead? It just doesn't make sense.
I can see him.
He's gonna come to Man United thinking he's gonna get the first spot, isn't he? There's no way he's gonna come here thinking he's gonna be fighting for Martial's spot, because he'll just go and fight with Firmino instead and win the league. Because the same thing happened with Lukaku. Obviously fair play to Lukaku, who left because he wants to be playing week in, week out. I have nothing wrong with that, respect that. But I just think we've got a good thing going on with Martial, Rashford. Their link-up is fantastic. We've had them for like numerous amount of seasons now, in particular Martial, I think like 4 years or something. And he's just starting to come good now. You're just starting to see, the fruits of your labour, so to speak, with Martial. I think why not see it out? At least give him a season and back him. Okay, people say, but you need options off the bench. Yada yada, but that's what Agallo's for. Like, at the end of the day, we've got a player like Agallo and Greenwood as well. Exactly, we've got players like Agallo who offers something completely different, and he's happy to be there as a second option. Like we said on the show, like Romero, he's not going to upset the apple cart. We're not going to have any issues that Martial's going to get upset. And again, it's not about Martial, but for me personally, we're not at the stage that we can go from here to here as in title contenders. We need to go from here to here, then to there. So for me personally, this window is all about getting players that are a necessity, i.e. a right winger. We've been crying out for a right winger for God knows how many years. Potentially centre back, potentially CDM. We need to buy players that we definitely need. A striker isn't a necessity. We haven't got that much money to be spending on players if we don't definitely need them. We need to work on our first 11 first before the squad.
Yeah.
I mean, the best it can be.
If you get Sancho, then he can play along the front three positions. They can interchange, innit?
Yeah, exactly.
You saw him playing for Dortmund. He's more central, isn't it? Like almost like false nine to almost type. But he can play along three. I think he's mainly right-sided. I think, but
he plays right or left. But for
can't play there.
Yeah,
but then you got Agallo and you got Greenwood, you got Dan James. You don't really need Werner, and I can see why you'd get him. He's a quality player. He's one of the next big thing, I think. But then where do you fit him in? Like you said, he wants to play first team football. He ain't going to sit on the bench. And I don't want anyone to take Martial's spot because of the connection with Rashford. Rashford's cemented that left side. It's done.
Yeah, but this is the point, though. Obviously, look, I'm not denying that Werner isn't potentially going to be world class. Of course, he probably is going to be the next big thing, like you said. And that's not me saying, that doesn't say that we don't lack ambition. That's not shit. That's like saying that, let's sign the best another left winger to challenge Rashford. But why would we do that when we've already got Rashford? Why would we buy another centre back when we've got Maguire? Why would you buy another goalkeeper? We've got De Gea. Like, you don't just buy players because they're quality players. You buy players that you need for the squad, like players that will come in and plug a hole. You don't just buy players because they're quality. In that case, I'd buy Depay back because he's been sensational since he's left us. But he predominantly plays left wing. So where are we going to play him? He doesn't. Okay, he can play right wing, and I probably would take him if he was wanting to play right wing. But at the same time, it's not his best position. You don't just buy players because they're quality players. You buy what you need. Because that's where we've gone wrong in the past. We've just been buying for look at the Sanchez situation. He came in, right? He could have been a quality player, whatever it may be. But he just upset everybody. Because everyone was like, what the fuck? We're fighting for three. Rashford, Martial, and Sanchez are fighting for left wing now. So you had to play one at right wing, i.e. Rashford. He's not a right winger. He can play there, but he's not good on that position. Like, he doesn't prefer to play on the right wing. So he was playing shit there, and then he was knocking his confidence. So you're shuffling all these players about just to fit in Werner, when instead of putting that money down for Werner, 50 million, you can buy Sancho, sell Jones, sell Smalling, sell Rojo for like 25, 30 million. And that's 50 million that you put on Werner, and 30 million, that's 80. Buy bloody Upamecano. We'll have a proper centre-back there. So, and then we need a centre-back, because Lindelof for me isn't a title-winning defender. He's fantastic, squad player, but he's not as good as Maguire for me personally. He's good, but he doesn't complement him. We need an Upamecano more than we need Werner for me personally. That's how I see it anyways. I just don't think people... the Werner thing, I think it's just people just trying saying, let's buy him because he's world class. Well, there's a lot of world class players about, but it doesn't mean you buy him if you don't need them. Do you know what I mean?
No, it could disrupt we're building something quite good. If you look at the last few signings, we have plugged gaps, like you're saying, right people at right places.
Exactly. We needed a right back. We needed a centre
right
back.
We
needed someone like a James who's a perfect squad player to come off the bench in the dying embers of a game, 20, 30 minutes. He's going to be fantastic.
James with people like Bruno Fernandes and
playing the
Pogba
ball in behind. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. No other people can play that ball in it. So now he can actually look forward. Like, he's trying, but
he could play to his strengths.
Yeah, he could play to his strength. That's the word. I mean, So I mean, we're looking. I think if you get Sancho, that covers the right hand side. Then you got Wan-Bissaka behind him. I think we need a CDM. I probably like Partey or something like that. Someone
definitely
to cover. Say Matic. Scott McTominay maybe can do it, but he's not a specialist at it.
Yeah, he's a specialist.
Fred's more.
But that's what I'm saying. We need to spend that money wisely. We don't need a striker we definitely need a striker. We've got a Garno. He'll do a job. We've got a Greenwood. People are forgetting we've got a Greenwood. Like, if we buy Timo Werner, he's young as well. What's going to happen to Greenwood? He's going to be third choice. I'd rather Garner stay. Okay, I didn't want him for January. I would have wanted him for the whole of next season as well if we were to get an extension. I think that January thing is a bit random. But then Greenwood gets an opportunity as well. And I know people will say, you're not going to win a title with Greenwood and all these kids. But I do believe in Greenwood. He's got the ability to become something special. I genuinely believe in that. Also, let's just talk about something else before we finish the show. We're talking about plugging holes or buying players for the sake of it. I believe it was the Sun reporting that Man United are leading the race for Havartz. Obviously, for those of you that don't know who he is, he's plays for Bayer Leverkusen. Who doesn't know who he is? He's Cam. He's been absolutely sensational since the break. Obviously, coming back off the break. I think he's got like 4 goals in 2 games, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, something like that.
I've not seen if he's played the 3rd game, so I do apologise if I got that wrong. Yeah, but nevertheless, obviously, he plays in Cam, which is a very similar position to Bruno. Of course, the kid has got potential to be world class. That is evident. But would you sign him, Was? Regardless of the rumours, I don't think the rumours are true, but would you sign him if they were true? We don't need him. Like,
only if someone like Pogba maybe left. Even he doesn't cover Pogba's spot. But I mean, like, no, I don't know. I don't want players like that. You'd rather look into the youth system, and we've got players like that, Hannibal Majebri, people like that coming through in those kind of positions.
Havertz is a fantastic player, but we don't need him though. We've got Bruno there.
He's a top player.
Where is he going to play on top of Bruno's lap? Like, you need to buy players that fit into what you need. Like what we did with last summer, that's exactly what we needed. The summers prior, that's where we've gone wrong, man. We've been buying players because they're good. Like Sanchez is a perfect example. I'm not saying Werner is going to be another Sanchez situation, But we don't need him. We didn't need Sanchez. We signed him based on the fact that he's world class and he's better than what we currently had, which is completely fine. I accept that. But he came in and disrupted everything, basically.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, he was shit. And again, I'm not saying Werner would do that, but there's a strong chance that he come in and upset someone like a Martial or a Rashford or whoever it may be. And we just don't need that right now. We're actually building something that's positive, and everyone seems to be fighting for the same thing, which is what we need moving forward. Anyways, that has been my thoughts and Wasser's thoughts. Yeah, so for me personally, that's what I would do. Regarding the Garlic situation, I'm a bit surprised on that. The fact that it's January, but I suppose I'm happy regarding the fact that we are at least got him to the end of the season. What are your thoughts just finally on the Garlic thing? Are you happy or?
Yeah, I love Igalo. I would have kept him. I would have bought him.
Oh, okay.
I'm really happy with Igalo because it gives more than just on the field. I think, I don't know, he's a wise head. I like it. And I just like him as a person from what I've seen. I don't know him personally, but he seems good. I think he's a good player. He's only getting better as his fitness improves. Again, with someone like Bruno behind him, which he has been playing with, and Pogba there, he's a good bench option. And he's happy to be on the bench, and I like that.
Look,
so,
Liverpool have got people like Origi. I don't want to compare it to Liverpool, but they've got people like Origi in their team that just come off the bench, do a job. They don't kick up a fuss.
I
know they're trying to go.
Every top team.
Every top team's had that, man. Arsenal have had it in the past. Like they're like Wiltord, Kanu. So many of these guys that just come on and do a job.
Solskjaer was another player.
Sheringham, man. Andy Cole, Dwight York was the main pair, but this is what you need. Like, we used to have Hernandez, Welbeck, like these guys that come on and do, come and do a job, man. That's what you need. Obviously, we do need a bit more quality in there, but for me personally, if we haven't got an unlimited amount of funds, so we need to spend it in the places that we need the most. I know people are saying we need a left back. Yeah, we probably do need a left back down the line, but at the moment, that's not the most important thing to solve. Okay. We need to fix the right wing, the centre back potentially, or in CDM. Them three positions.
Right wing, CDM.
And then centre back.
Yeah, and maybe strikers a luxury, I think, at the moment.
Exactly, there you go. If he was saying to me I can make 4 signings, then I'd sign Timo Werner. Because then that means I've got a right wing, a centre back, a CDM, and then Timo Werner. Yeah, I would do that. But we just don't need to take that risk of him potentially coming in and upsetting everybody if he's going to be one of the only signings we get.
And he wants to go to Liverpool, clearly. So I don't want to play that wants to go to Liverpool as well. I don't like that. I want someone like Igalo who actually died to come to United.
Exactly, took a 200k pay cut, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, that has been your podcast with your host, Usman Akhtar, and of course, Wasim. Drop a like, subscribe if you're still watching. We will be back in a couple of days with another video. As always, comment below any topics you want us to discuss. Peace!